Running an online business is hard enough without the stress and time consumption of managing hosting. Whether managing one WordPress site or dozens, Kinsta's managed solutions offer speed, enterprise-grade security, and an intuitive dashboard. With 24/7 365 human-only expert support, get peace of mind that your sites stay online, secure, and performing their best. Start today and get your first month free with migrations handled for you. Learn more at kinsta.com/podcast. That's KINSTA.com/podcast.
These days, work is in trouble. We've outsourced most of our manufacturing to other countries. And with that, we sent away good jobs and our capability to make things. American Giant is a clothing company that's pushing back against this tide. They make all kinds of high-quality clothing and activewear, like sweatshirts, jeans, dresses, jackets, and so much more, right here in the USA. So when you buy American Giant, you create jobs in towns and cities across the country. And jobs bring pride. Purpose. They stitch people together. If all that sounds good to you, visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code STAPLE20 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with promo code STAPLE20.
Yes. Morning Crankers.
That's right. This is the music. You know why?
Because it's a Tuesday.
Not because it's a Tuesday, just because it's a Tuesday. It's because cold, bitter.
Ooh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Very.
if you had to pee, and, I'm not saying, I'm just saying if you stopped on the side of the road,
Yeah.
you had to do the thing. Like, we've all been there, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What would happen?
I'd have urine stuck to my pants leg.
Oh, welcome to Morning Crankers, where we talk about everything, including urinating in very cold
weather.
Terrible North Pole weather.
Yes.
Bitter. I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. Welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning.
Yes.
It's been all right here. I mean, I'm a little tired. Are you? Nah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Dreary, like the weather.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. But welcome, anyways. We got some important stuff to talk about, like total nonsense that doesn't make any sense. Like, how about this? Did you know that our wonderful scientists have designated Antarctica desert?
No.
Yeah. Antarctica is now a desert. You want to know why?
Why?
Because underneath a thin, very thin sheet of ice, it's desert.
Really?
Well, that's what they say. I mean, do you ever get tired of the crap from the scientists? I
do, yeah.
They make up crap just to be relevant.
Just to keep us entertained.
Or money.
Yeah.
We are not a political show. Yeah. However, we do have opinions on things that are kind of funny. You know what I'm saying?
Well, most certainly.
Just like all Americans.
Yep.
Okay, and there's a few things that I want to talk about after we talk about some birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Dr. Dre, 59 years old.
Wow.
Now, Matt Dillon, happy 60th. Now, if you would have thought, I would have thought Matt Dillon was actually younger than Dr. Dre.
You would have thought, yeah. He seems like he's been around forever.
Yeah, and think about this. So you got Matt Dillon and you got Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And then there's John Travolta, and he's only 10 years older than those guys.
Beep, 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 beep. I got some breaking news about John Travolta today.
Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. I just found out that John Travolta has been hospitalized and is sick, folks, but it's fine. Doctors have just found out that he's got Saturday night fever.
Oh, my God. Well, thank you for that. Man, that was bad. I wish I had that.
I know, right?
Molly Ringwald, 56. Roland Hall, happy birthday. How about this? It was Enzo Ferrari's birthday today. He passed away, sadly, in 1988. But you know what was cool about that?
What's that?
Ford Motor Company just whipped him. You know, the GT40?
Yeah.
Like, that just whipped everything. Have you seen that movie with Matt Damon? Yeah, that is a great movie.
Great movie.
You know, and it's the truth. And speaking of that, I want to talk about some movie today like Captain America, Brave New World.
Yes.
I want to go see it. Haven't seen it.
I haven't either. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It was the other day. It was We could either go see a movie or we could go do the donut,
Yes.
the Show Me Donut Showdown.
Right.
And, we chose the correct one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
because we love our Springfield,
Yes.
and we want to support the businesses here in Springfield. It's better for them, better for us, better for everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, happy birthday to those guys. And it's kind of a boring day. Like, very, very
Light
rarely
news.
do we ever have hardly anything on, like, a national day, right?
Right.
So, today is National Battery Day.
Make sure you get those changed out if you're in Springfield.
Well, hey, there's something going on with car batteries here.
Yeah.
Have you noticed it? Like, I have never bought more car batteries in my life
Yeah.
than the last 10 years I've lived in the Ozarks.
I agree.
Maybe it's something to do with magnetism.
Yeah.
I see scientists change their mind about what they taught us when we were in school. You remember?
Right.
It was an iron core and it was iron magma.
Yes.
Okay, well, now that's not the theory anymore. To most scientists, they say that we have a solidified iron core, no longer magma. What do you think of that?
I don't know what to think anymore.
Well, that's why they say
They
that
change things up all the time.
the magnetism is changing in the earth. So, maybe it is, and, because we have caves and all this other goodness down here,
Maybe we just need to do some Magnum PI investigation on this.
we could. I want to, but something. It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday sickness.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking I'm getting Saturday night fever.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to reach out to these folks that are doing this new thing called What's in the Woods. Okay. It's on YouTube. I think Netflix has picked them up. They were on another thing, but they just did a whole documentary on this scientist that was studying caves in the Ozarks. Have you seen that?
No.
And he was studying this cave right outside of some public land, okay?
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of by Grove, kind of by, you know what I'm saying? Down there.
Okay.
Like in no man's land when you get out there in the woods,
Right.
okay? And he was studying this cave, and he went in there, and he, on video, has something that looks like a humanoid creature.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm talking like 9 foot tall humanoid creature.
Right.
He had a bunch of scientific equipment with him. He had these things for volume and blah, blah, blah. And these other people came back and they did some more stuff. But it's just kind of funny because I remember 15 years ago, I watched this show called Monsters of America.
Yeah.
And there were flying humanoids down by Ava, Missouri that were on that show. And now this guy comes out, and this guy's a very credible scientist, biologist.
Right.
And he goes in there and he finds this thing. What do you think about that?
It's interesting. It doesn't surprise me.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know me. I'm an outdoors nut.
Yeah.
I love being in the woods. I love being by the water. I don't care what it is, creek,
Right.
river, lake. I love being, and I've seen weird stuff, but I've never seen anything that would amount to something like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I know. I love the cool stuff that you can't figure out. So, like a couple of years ago, my son and I were out hunting. We're about 100 yards between each other, just kind of sitting on the crest of a hill on either side, and we hear this crying.
Yeah.
And it was just a weird thing. So the son pulls out his iPhone and he records it, finds this thing, plays it, and they're like, you know what, that's a baby bobcat sound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the sounds in this video that this guy has, I've never heard nothing like it. And according to the scientific equipment he had with him, the sounds go well above the human hearing range.
Oh, wow.
So you know what? I want to talk about that, but my whole point to that whole story and coming back around, sometimes, Greg, you make me long-winded,
Right.
was he would have never caught any of that if he didn't have a good battery in his camera and his sound equipment,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
It's National Battery Day, and, if you remember probably, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
We didn't have lithium-ion stuff yet. It was just being developed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
So, I remember the old Makita hand drills. You remember them with the big, 8-inch long metal battery that went bad in about, 15 days?
Yep.
Yeah, those. So, welcome. Happy National Battery Day. It's National Drink Wine Day. You know anybody that's a big wine drinker?
I know a few.
Yeah, are you going to tell them happy National Drink Wine Day?
Yeah, happy National Wine Day.
Hey, Mom, drink.
Yeah.
And it's also, this is it, folks. This is it. National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. Okay, I love crab. I prefer it to be already shelled.
Yeah.
And I love flounder. You like flounder?
Yeah, I like flounder.
Flounder's great. Do you think you'd like crab stuffed in flounder?
I don't know.
Would you try it?
I would, yeah.
If you have a little bit of lemon, maybe squeeze some lemon and butter on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's the National Day. But how much do you think, as an Ozarkian,
Right.
as a, what is it, Spring Floridian?
Yeah.
Is that what we would be?
Yeah.
What do you think you need to make to live well here?
Oh, you got to at least make probably about 46,000 a year.
Well, according to a couple new studies, they were studying St. Louis, obviously not this area, and but it's still in the same state.
Yeah.
So it should say something, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, according to GoBankingRates.com, a single person in St. Louis needs to make a salary of $58,829 to not live well, but to live comfortably in St. Louis County. What do you think about that?
It's a little high.
Well, I mean, 58,000.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the new 58,000 is what? 32,000
Pretty much.
from a few years ago?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like, does it ever bother you when these rejects? I'm not going to go down the road of extreme name calling like I'd
Right.
like to. But, every time the government comes out and they'll say something like, well, prices have only risen 2%.
Right.
And you're like, you are full of shit,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying.
They are.
Okay, with food,
Yeah.
especially, how many years ago was Kraft macaroni and cheese 40 cents a box?
It's been a while.
How long? 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay. In 10 years, that's more than doubled.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, name one thing to me that hasn't quadrupled in the last 10 years.
Everything has. And food.
Everything. Now, has your pay quadrupled?
Never.
Has it?
No. I wish it would.
Well, I think everybody wishes that it would, but inflation versus, just rising prices. I saw this thing today. This guy is actually suing an industry. Did you know you could sue an industry?
Didn't know that.
Okay, so according to this guy, insurance cannot be raised on the general public more than 2% per year. Now, that's a law. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay, well, I didn't know that because I wish I would have known that because of after being with this insurance company for 8 years.
Yeah.
They called me a couple years ago, and they're like, well, Missouri is just, it's one of those places that the cost of doing business there for insurance is more because of more accidents.
Yeah.
And I called them out. I was like, you're full of it because I live here. There's no more accidents here than anywhere else. What is it really? Well, what was it? It was the cost of doing business, or you mean, what do you call that, Dan?
I call that they're begging you to pay their price.
Well, they're begging me to pay their price because the cost of everything else has inflated.
Yeah.
And I'm paying the inflation rate.
So it sounds like.
But the only thing that hasn't inflated is what?
Yep. Your ego.
Well, I've never had an ego. We're going to talk about ego in a second. But the only thing that hasn't inflated is how much you make at work.
Exactly.
Your salary hasn't inflated. Your hourly wage hasn't inflated.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
My drawers haven't inflated, so yeah.
Well, I was born inflated, if you know what I'm saying. But I was circumcised by a bandsaw, you know?
That's right. That's right.
But no, I mean, it gets really, really angering when you start looking at this and you start looking at all these people that are busting their butts all over, especially like the listeners that we have in this area. These people work hard, man, hard.
Well, most certainly.
So everything else around them goes up.
Yep.
You know, their mortgage, the interest rates, the cars, the food, the rent. I mean, you name it, it goes up. And then you watch, and the hourly wages, they go up, but just kind of like a
Gradually.
little. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just sick. But that's what they're saying. 58,829 to live comfortably.
That's seems extreme.
Well, I would say that's kind of.
But it's about right because of the way everything's been.
Well, it's the truth. Okay, so
Inflation.
a single person, how much do you spend on food if you're eating well? $250 a week, $200 a week.
200.
Okay,
If
so
you're
200. So
single.
there's $800.
Yeah.
Okay, gas has went up. Your insurance has went up. Your car payment has went up.
Yep.
Your rent has went up. Everything has went up
Yes.
except for
My wages.
right. And nobody. So I see Doge, and they're kind of going out and they're doing their thing and they're
Yes.
proving this, right?
Yep.
I can't remember what it was, but I think they found $44 billion in waste.
Jeez.
And there's some of these judges that are saying, no, you can't stop payments. Okay, well, maybe that's drawing attention to it. But let me ask you something. If we were in a grocery store and somebody went and grabbed your wallet out of your pocket with a pickpocket without you knowing, they stole from you,
Yeah.
and I told you,
Yeah.
would you be mad at me
Oh.
for telling you?
No, I would be mad at if you didn't tell me.
Okay, so imagine this scenario that's going on in America right now. In that scenario, okay, you'd be the citizen,
Yeah.
okay? I'd be Doge,
Okay.
okay? And the person pickpocketing would be the government,
Right.
okay? So now I tell you that they're stealing from you, but you get mad at me instead of them for telling you instead of. Does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I couldn't get mad at you over you telling me that it was the government. I'd be mad at the government.
Well, you would think that would be the way it is.
Right.
But we are so polarized in this country. We can't come together as Americans.
Right.
We can't say that some of this shenanery and nonsense and bullshnikey
Yeah.
shouldn't be happening.
Yep.
There's a reason that we are the burden or the brunt of these mistakes. Are they mistakes? Are they outright fraud? What are they?
No, it's frivolous. Everything they do is frivolous.
Right. You know, like some of the stuff that they're spending money on, and we've talked about some of it.
I know.
How about just help the little guy?
Yeah. No more wasteful spending, please. Let's just
But no, not please. Otherwise, you're going to have to face the wrath.
exactly. And they do need to face the wrath.
Well, they need to start becoming a fearful master again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They really do.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, speaking of that, now, how far do you think it's okay for local governments to be dipping into the pond of freedom?
They should never be. They
Okay,
should
well,
never.
that's what I agree with, too. I really do agree with that.
Yeah, it's unconstitutional for them to do it.
Right. I mean, we all want a safe, clean, happy,
Yeah.
place. But I think some places are overregulated.
I think so too. Regulation has been the downfall of this country for several years.
Well, it's like the craziness of them saying, hey, we've got extra police around here sitting around doing nothing, so let's go start towing cars for,
Yeah.
that have plates that are whatever. How about you get everything else under control, and then when you get to that point, then you ask the public about it. Not these,
Or you can't build that on your property unless you get,
Right. Well, the hard part with that is, and I get that to a point, but there is a point that is supposed to be there for it. Those laws are to protect the home values of people around you, and I get that. However, what happens is in these bureaucracies that we see, they just look at it like an extra revenue stream.
Yeah.
Well, you come in and you get this, and it's all BS. What's a different good word for BS? Here, how about
messed up.
How about you go to ChatGPT and type in alternative words for bullshit? How about that?
Okay.
We're going to try use it. How about we make up a word? Maybe ChatGPT will let you make up a word to cover that word. And while you're doing that, listen to this, folks. There's a bakery owner in New England. He's kind of mad at the town right now because he had a pastry painting painted on his donut shop, which we're the donut kings.
Yeah.
Okay, don't mess with the donut owners, right?
Yep.
Okay, this guy had the local high school come in, and like he makes donations to them, just so, these kids that are practicing art and doing these awesome things. They come over, they put this thing with giant pastries, on this guy's building. Everybody's happy. And then you had the city step in and say, that's a zoning code violation. And the zoning code officer told him that the sign had to be changed or removed. What do you think of that?
It's none of his business.
Well, I think that it's art.
I think so, too.
I'm looking at the picture right now. It doesn't have, his name on it or nothing.
I'm seeing the picture, too.
Right. It's art, right?
It is art.
Not only is it art, it's art that was done by the local high school art class.
Yeah, and that's basically destroying what those kids made.
Well, it is, and he's arguing that it's a violation of his First Amendment guaranteed to free speech. The city said it's offensive.
Offensive?
Yeah, let's see. That looks like a blueberry donut there, right?
Yeah.
And then a pink sprinkle, whole donut, right?
Yeah.
Then a chocolate chip cookie. Okay, that looks like a cinnamon twist or cinnamon what?
Probably a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. And then we've got the same, whole chocolate donut.
Like a chocolate donut. Yeah.
What's this over here?
That's a cinnamon.
Okay, there you go. And the local high school did this. So, what are people left to do when it comes to this? If you remember 4 or 5 years ago when we were doing the show, we had that guy call in, and he was getting fines from his Florida HOA. Do you remember this?
Yes, I remember.
About his flag being loud. And they were fining him because his flag whipping in the wind was creating a disturbance.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So what do you do?
You got to rally up the troops, and you got to go into your local. Yeah, you're just gonna have to go fight, man.
Well, the guy is fighting it. He literally is fighting it,
and he should.
And he's fighting it in federal court.
Right.
District Judge Joseph LaPlante did not reach a verdict in the case yet. There was a day-long trial over a painting from a high school art class. So he's giving the opposition's lawyers time to file additional briefs. I mean, give me a good grief.
Okay, here's the alternative word that it gave me. Baloney.
Baloney. Well, that's a bunch of baloney. Okay, we can use baloney.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can use baloney.
We got deep fried. Every time I think about a meal, like if you were going to say this is the most southern meal that you could get, what would it be?
Oh, it'd be good fried eggs and bacon. And
you're saying that's southern?
I would, but I love it. I don't know. Fried chicken.
Well, that would be one. Catfish.
Catfish. Probably. How
about this? Fried bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay. Grits.
Yeah.
Peach pie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is that good?
Grits is southern for sure, and peach pie.
It is. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, do you like going to the gym?
I haven't been in years.
Well, there's some things that never change with the gym, if you know what I'm saying. Like gym stereotypes.
Right.
Okay? Maybe back in your day you didn't, but have you seen the new Instagram influencers that are now hanging around the gym?
I've seen a few.
Or the mall. I mean, pretty much anywhere you go now, there's somebody with a tripod and a phone, and they're trying to get famous.
Oh, yeah.
So they are taking up space. You know, they got to get the perfect angle, perfect shot, perfect lighting.
Yeah.
But in the gym, these people are working out between their photo shoots.
Yeah.
You know, so, and most of the time, and this is true in our business.
Yes.
They wear outfits that cost more than a gym membership.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that person in the gym when you were going to the gym?
Yes.
They were?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? How about the grunter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, literally, these people, it sounds like they're freaking giving birth to a dump truck.
Yeah. I used to say elephant. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they want to lift 300 pounds one time, and then, you know, they're just strutting around the place, acting like they own it, right?
Pretty much.
It's like, if they were to come up to you and, you're doing your lifts, whatever,
Yeah.
they would literally come up to you and say, if you're not making noise, you're not lifting.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're not feeling it in your glutes, you're not feeling it.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
what
just the way
say.
they are. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you met the new year, the new me guy?
No.
Okay, I have. But in a lot of things, because, the new year, we're going to do this, we're going to change this, like New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
How many New Year's resolutions guys do you think go to the gym for less than a month?
A lot.
Right. They don't know what's going on. They're super pumped up.
Yes.
They find out that, this is work.
Yeah.
This is hard. And then they're gone.
That's how it works. I mean, what it is just showing their real true side, and character. They're trying to, they want to get bigger, they want to get stronger, but yet they're not willing to put in the effort.
Right.
The work.
And everybody's willing to play a video game before they actually have a physical workout.
Yep. And they feel like the video game handle, I guess, gives them a workout.
Right. Oh. Yeah, well. How about the over-friendly spotter dude?
Yeah.
Like, runs up to you, you never ask, like,
yeah,
come on, man, you can do it. You want me to spot you?
Yeah.
That guy? Yeah, well, these are real things, man. Like, these are real people.
Oh, yeah.
How about the loud music man?
Yep. They're called motivators, I think.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Do you like the loud music people?
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking
the music
like...
will get you going.
Well, it can. But you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the guys, like, that come in and they're playing Metallica.
Right.
On the old boom boxes. Like
right.
the 80s, throw it up on your shoulder
yeah.
boom box. Have you ever met some of them?
I have. Yeah.
You have?
I have.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've met them. They come to the gym, and then this is back in the day, of course. And they come in there, and then, they're playing their loud boom box. And
you know who else does that?
Who?
People at the basketball court.
Yeah. I've done it myself.
Yeah, well, so you're that guy.
I'm that guy.
You're the loud music guy.
I am.
What if somebody doesn't like the music you got on?
I used to say tough, you might want to get the believer.
Okay.
I'll just say it like that.
What about this? The guy that thinks he knows everything, like the bro scientist, man. Like, you need to do it this way because one time I read this article, dude, that it said this, and if you don't do it that way, this is what's going to happen to you. So just do it that way.
It's like if you don't do it right this time, you're going to blow out a nut. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We've actually progressed. We know a little bit more about lifting now. And the guy's like, dude, you're just wrong. Just listen to me, okay?
Yeah. He's a know-it-all, guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, that guy.
That guy.
And then, how about this guy? Have you ever met the guy that does the 1 rep max guy?
Yeah.
I equate that to the basketball player that comes in and, this 25-year-old, pretty athletic dude comes in and then smokes like a 13 and 14-year-old dude playing. It's like, I'm the best ever. Did you see that? Like, he had one really good spin, knocked the 13-year-old over, made the bounce or made the shot because it bounced the right way for once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ever met a guy like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do to those guys?
Oh, man, they catch an elbow later. I mean, it's, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'd go as far as elbow.
Well, basketball. We're playing basketball or something.
Yeah, well,
you never
enjoy
know
your time. Like,
just enjoy it.
I want people to be healthy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, man. Live life, love, and be healthy.
Well, I mean, you go for walks all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you went on watermelon diets. You've went on walking hikes. I mean, you've really gotten into.
I have. Just the walking perspective.
Right, the flag walk.
Yeah. It's called a flag walk, which I'll take the American flag with me and
Veterans
walk around
Day
my town.
Yeah,
around the holidays and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'll probably do it again this year. I always do.
Well, it's one of the, I don't know why I thought about that with the gym, but, sometimes stereotypes are real.
Yeah.
Okay, and in my mind, a lot of the time, politicians are the dumbest a-holes that you've ever met in your life.
They are.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading this article. This is from NBC News. This is earlier. And like I said, we usually don't talk about politics, but it was just something about today. Maybe it's the cold weather.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the snow.
Could be.
Maybe it's the people struggling to get to work. The high gas prices. You can't stop over there at the breakfast eatery, the
Yep.
Waffle House?
Yep.
Because, well, you can, but you pay 50-cent surcharge per egg.
Per egg, yeah.
Okay, and I just want you to think about this for a second. This is the name of the article. CDC disease detectors among the hundreds fired as new administration ramps up agency cuts.
Yep.
I say if you can't do your job, you shouldn't have a job.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back to when we were teenagers and up.
Yep.
Why is it today, and first of all, nobody talks about this, but why is it today that there's so many new sicknesses?
Yeah. And we never had that many when we was younger. We talked about this the other day.
Well, that's what I'm
the
saying.
phone.
It's like, how many different types of flu is there?
Right.
How many different types of diarrhea is there?
Yeah. And what's weird, we talked about this the other day, too, Hanson Private, on the phone, and we was talking about how it seems like more and more today people are getting sicker. Like
It is.
Because I never got sick like this.
No, it's
in years.
it's not just me, and it's not just you. I mean,
Right. It's everybody that I've talked to.
they say that Americans are the sickest people in the world. What do you think about that?
I would agree. I would tend to agree.
So, if these disease detectors
Yeah.
are doing their job,
Yep.
okay, like, you know, the thing that we won't say the name of that happened before?
Yep. Yep.
I think they missed the boat.
I think so, too.
Okay, and how about all this other crap that's around here, right?
I agree.
Okay, so what is the big deal with the disease detectors? People are losing their minds saying, oh, we're going to die, we're going to die, we're going to get sick because we won't have disease detectors. First of all, they're only getting rid of 10% of them.
Exactly.
But second of all, what are they looking for? How are they detecting new diseases? Where are all these? How about stop detecting new ones? How about that?
Yeah.
How about find the source of the plethora of new ones that are all around the country, of this new crap that everybody keeps getting sick
Yeah.
with. Schools are closing from,
Yep.
you know, things like that, just making it harder on the blue-collar working men of this country.
Yeah.
You know, like the school calls, hey, we're shutting down today. What do the parents do that are working?
Yeah.
They have to take off work.
Exactly.
Well, that cuts in. Well, you can't just take off without taking PTO, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so these bureaucrats, I'm so sick and tired of people saying, well, I didn't hire Elon Musk.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that a lot.
Well,
lately.
listen, dumbass, I didn't hire Fauci either.
Exactly.
I didn't elect him. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. I didn't pick him. I wouldn't have.
You know what? Elections have consequences, and I kind of sit in the middle.
I do.
But with some of this crap,
On that
like
defense.
they're freaking out because disease detectors are among the hundreds fired as the administration ramps up agency cuts. Obviously, they're not working,
Yeah.
right? Would you say that the disease detectors aren't detecting?
No, they're not.
Or is it that the disease detectors are detecting too much of stuff that's not really there so they can keep the money machine rolling in and make themselves valuable?
I'm going to go with that. The
Ding, 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 ding,
Winner,
ding.
winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah,
Chance.
well,
Yep.
it's something, okay?
Yep.
So I didn't want to say, but I wanted to say, because there's something wrong, folks. We shouldn't be this sick.
Right.
It's either the food, RFK Jr.,
Yep.
it's the things that they jab you with, RFK Jr.,
Yes.
or it could be the whole bureaucracy likes taking our money.
RFK Jr.
Yes, thank you. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, it is what it is. On to the most important part of the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Captain America, Brave New World. It says it soars toward $100 million holiday weekend. What do you think of that?
Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing it, too.
Okay, so Captain America, everybody loves. Does anybody not like Captain America?
You got to be wrong if you don't. I'm being honest.
Well,
He's
I
one of
think
my
so.
favorite characters.
I mean, there was the thing of, well, it's a black dude. Well,
Who
who cares?
cares?
It's Captain America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares about collar.
Have you seen him when okay, so if you remember the last Captain America when he was wearing that
Yes.
wingsuit with the bird wings on it?
Yep.
And he flipped his bird wing up and
Yep.
ripped off the plane's wing?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, in this movie, he does that, except it's with the shield.
Ah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Right. But the most, in this show, it's kind of weird because I would say that the main character, although it is Captain America, we get to learn about who in this one?
Yeah.
The Red Hulk.
Yeah, the Red Hulk.
So, like, I don't know anybody that doesn't want to go see Captain America, but I got a question for you, okay? Red Hulk, Green Hulk. Who wins in the ultimate battle?
Ooh. Hopefully it's the Green Hulk, but we always want to see good prevail in these movies. Come on.
Well, okay, so.
I
do you
think the Red Hulk's pretty neat looking.
Well, he's neat looking, but what are his advantages? Do you want me to tell you?
What's that?
Well, he absorbs energy and radiation. He can absorb gamma radiation and other energy sources, which weakens the Green Hulk over time.
Ooh.
Did you know that?
Didn't know that, yeah.
The Red Hulk, he has a more tactical mindset. Unlike Bruce Banner's Hulk, Red Hulk retains more of his military strategy and combat skills. That's the way he was written. And then heat generation. The angrier the Red Hulk gets, the hotter he gets, reaching levels that can burn or weaken his opponents.
Ooh.
Right? Okay.
Kind of like to me, he's got more power.
Well, hang on. Let me tell you the Green Hulk's advantages.
All right.
He has unlimited strength growth. His strength increases the angrier he gets, potentially surpassing Red Hulk's limits. What do you think of that?
Ooh. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Now it looks like the Green Hulk's back for the victory.
He's back in the fight, at least,
Yes.
right? Okay. Now, the way that they were written, the Green Hulk is more durable over time. Unlike the Red Hulk, he doesn't overheat and weaken from excessive power use.
Oh.
Okay, so what are you thinking so far?
Green Hulk's coming back.
Okay, well, here's the thing. The Green Hulk in the books
Yes.
has beaten Red Hulk before. In several fights, Hulk has overpowered Red Hulk once he got mad enough. So, winner.
Green Hulk.
Well, if Red Hulk uses his intelligence and absorbs enough of Green Hulk's energy early, he could probably win.
Yeah.
But if the fight drags on, this is it.
The longer it goes on, it favors the Green Hulk.
Yes, Hulk's limitless rage-fueled strength. I love that sound. Just limitless rage-fueled strength.
Sounds like two UFC fighters.
The Green Hulk will eventually overcome the Red Hulk. I'm sticking with it, okay?
I am too.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
taking
It is
the
what
Green
it is.
Hulk, yes.
Yes, thank you. Green Hulk. And any of you that say anything else are completely flat wrong.
Exactly.
But we love you guys.
Love you. Have a happy Tuesday.
Happy.
See you Wednesday.
Go check out Captain America. Go do it at the Springfield Theater.
I'd love to go see that this coming weekend.
You know what I'm saying? Go get something to eat.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Burger,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
pizza,
There you go.
steak, seafood,
Man, sounds good.
Mexican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go over. Go tell you heard on the Morning Crankers.
Yeah, on Spreaker.
That we're going over to the other donut places here in town. The King's in town, baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Catch us on Spreaker.
Catch us on Apple Podcasts.
YouTube.
And more.
And more. Many more.
We love you. See you tomorrow.
Love you, gang.